Look, as I said, this is a workhorse budget. This is what a budget should be. And, on what everybody else, certainly the three of us, or I feel this whole income tax, direct personal income tax regime has to be reformed. And this is maybe the beginning, may not be. We'll have to wait till 24, 25. Let me tell
you, Mr. Bhalla,
there
are political reactions coming in.
Okay.
The Samajwadi Party says, "Jhoot ka pulinda."
But that you could have predicted even before the budget.
That's not news.
Yogendra Yadav says, budget disappointing for farmers. Budget disappointing for farmers, Yogendra Yadav says. Well, I'm just saying, these are what people are saying. Modi ji 50 नए एयरपोर्ट बनाएंगे, देंगे किसको? Says the Aam Aadmi Party, Sanjay Singh, who's also an MP. So that's the kind of commentary that is coming through right now. Expected?
Completely expected.
So this is just the opposition
completely
being...
correctly forecast.
Okay, the opposition being...
So, but I
said all of these three lines also. Again,
now the problem is, with the Congress, they are saying that this budget is just like a manifesto. So if it had not,
problem hai,
if it had not,
karo to problem hai.
Exactly.
How do you address this? And I don't know if...
Here's something that was going around WhatsApp a day ago. Okay? But this really comes to the point. 11 a.m. the budget will be announced. 1:15 p.m. Congress would declare budget as a disaster. CPI would declare budget as friendly to Ambani and Andani. SP would declare budget as anti-farmers. You just had something. And this person didn't have Yogendra Yadav in there. But, but let me come to the larger point, serious point. The reason we have surcharges, as some of us might know, is because center-state adjustments, relationships, constitutionally, so a surcharge, the states do not get any money from any tax collected from the surcharge. This is what is distorting our entire tax system. And we need, I think that's the final step, that basically you want unification between individuals, between firms, between corporates. What is preventing is the whole idea of how center-state finances have to be handled. And I think that is the next project for this government to take up. And maybe it'll show fruition.
Is the maths adding up? Because, you have these allocations, some of them are historic. Doctor, I want to come across to you in DC. Is the maths adding up? There will be people who will question that you have outlays already which are stretching the fiscal deficit. They're imposing a huge burden on it, and now you've increased more allocations. Where is this money coming from? Can you explain?
So, Rahul, I'll have to look at the fine print, but I can tell you one thing. Having worked very closely with the current finance secretary, Dr. Somanathan, and I absolutely trust him to not pull any tricks on this. Till he's at the helm, I think the numbers will be very transparent. In fact, you would recall that after he came in as the expenditure secretary, we actually managed to clean up a lot of the off-balance sheet items.
But I'm asking specifically, if you look at the numbers, and I'm sure you have a rough idea, where are these numbers coming from? Because if it's all pegged on hope, the hope of growth, then I don't know. I mean, then it becomes problematic, doesn't it?
No, I don't think that should be the case, because the growth projection from the economic survey, which is what very likely the budget is, budget uses, of 11% in nominal terms, I think is eminently achievable. On top of that, I think they would have taken a tax buoyancy ratio of 1.2, which translates into tax growth of about 13%. I think, and that should be definitely doable, explicitly because of the way in which tax tax revenues have improved, over the last couple of years. So I'll have to look at the fine print, but I think there is nothing, no hoodwinking in the numbers. These should definitely be possible, primarily because of the revenue growth that has been happening. I mean, you note the latest GST numbers came at 1,55,000 crores. I mean, and that's something which cannot be ignored either. So I think the budget math actually seems to be fine.
You think so?
Well,